Alright. Nothing here. Those two here. Okay, I feel like this is the branch we have to focus on. Oh, and this to the soul of malice. Okay, oh, wait, no. Oh, interesting. Okay, so basically this branch is good and done for. Okay, okay, since we have to jump to the exact opposite branch anyway, I'm thinking about just doing the thing I wanted to do here. Would you guys mind? If I go back in here and try to think that's okay? Perfect. Thank you.
This is a story
Love you
about
guys.
struggle.
You're amazing.
Luca could hear a machine humming somewhere nearby. He felt around wildly, searching for something, anything that could help. His hands found a hard object, maybe a tile? He yanked it free, lifting the cold stone. Let me go! Luca swung the tile as hard as he could at the shape that still held fast to his leg. He heard the crack of glass as the stone hit the assailant's mask. With a muffled yelp, the hand let go. Luca was free and scrambled to the door. He never looked back once on the long run home. Chapter 3. Everything's fine. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
I finished throwing a mess of jam last night. Oh. That'll need to get delivered to town today. Okay. So, what did you and Rollo get up to yesterday? Oh, Rollo had things to do, so I just sort of poked around town. I set the jam down by the front door. There's 2 batches to drop off. One from Mr. Tolliver at the Bag and Wag. Another from Mrs. Fratelli at the diner. Oh, and Mr. Nuncrete. He said he wanted some more. I suspected as much. Yes, he seems to have taken a particular interest in my jam. There are some extras in the basket for that enthusiastic gentleman. Just make sure Fratelli and Tolliver get the ones on top. Also, thank you for bronking Nuncrete, Catilla. You are absolutely the goat. No problem. Off with you now. While the day is still young. That's what I want to try. I want to go and try and go to Nuncrete first. And honestly, I would love if that had an effect. I doubt it. With how far we've come in this branch, I doubt it has an effect on the story. But I just want to try it. Also, it doesn't look good to completely ignore simple instructions anyway. Yeah. Hello, it's Juniper Hartford. Before you hang up, just hear me out. I have a business proposition. Oh, that's probably the heiress. The simple matter is we both have the same problem that needs solving. Oh, it's so interesting to go back knowing what will happen and be able to tell who she's talking with. Very well, we can meet tonight. And they did. Okay. Sorry about yesterday. Roxy can be so annoying. But good news, no more boring chores for me today. Did you make it out to the old Valentine warehouse? So, what did you find? Give me the dirt. Something happened. There was someone else there. What? Who was it? Was it aliens? I knew it would be aliens. No. Zombies? No. Alien zombies? What else could it possibly be? Rolo, I've got to deliver these into town first. We can catch up after. Oh, is it a whole thing? It sounds like a whole thing. Yeah, we shouldn't talk about it here. Meet me at the treehouse tonight. I'm not sure what this treehouse is that you speak of. Meet me at mission control. Roger that, Space Cadet. Alright, off to creepy Nuncrete. Alright, I can't. Oh no, I already know that I have completely fished with all the baits that are possible. Also, I forgot that I cannot lean on the post while my hands are full. I forgot it's mad how with a mad roller got, considering Luca just said let's see tonight, not in a couple hours or something. I mean, he probably expected him to be at the treehouse as soon as nightfall hit, and it was a couple hours after that. And I think he also said that he stayed past his bedtime at the treehouse. So basically, he would return home later than he was allowed to, and would definitely get into trouble for that. That's kind of what I read into it. Okay, Nuncrete first. Got some jam for you, Mr. Nuncrete. Luca, you seem chipper. Well, aside from being on delivery duty, it's a nice day.
Mr. Nuncrete eyed Luca for a moment, then nodded in agreement.
I suppose it is. So, do you want your jam? Oh, right. Usually Juniper drops those off herself. I guess she's busy today.
Luca handed the jam to Mr. Nuncrete, and he nestled it with both hands.
Well, I'll just have to finish this batch off quicker than normal. You tell her to go ahead and get started on my next order. You got it. Okay, Mr. Tolliver next. Because I want to finish at the diner since this is the other place I really want to go.
Huddled at his counter, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining apples. More accurately, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining one apple.
Hello?
With a yelp, Mr. Tolliver fumbled the apple, flailing at the air as it fell.
Oh, sorry. No bother, no
He
bother.
leaned forward and lowered his voice.
I see you have something for me. Yeah, Gran had some jam I'm supposed to give
He
you.
leaned in a bit further.
Jam? Yeah, these ones on top. She wrote your name on
Mr.
them.
Tolliver leaned back, speaking loud enough for anyone to hear.
Ah, yes, the jam. Thank you so much for delivering this jam to
He
me.
reached forward and snapped up the jars of jam, giving Luca a little wink.
Why do you give him a wink? I shall put it on my store shelves post haste. Okay, I should finish my deliveries. Yeah, exactly. Of course.
He leaned in for a final whisper.
Of course. Exactly, that's what I wanted to check. But honestly, I would have been surprised if this actually made a difference. But because think about it, if Nuncrete actually took the jam jars meant for Tolliver or Mrs. Fratelli, it would mean he would find the, secret notes they keep passing around regarding their plan and would get suspicious. So it would have an impact on the story, and we don't have a tree branch for that. At least so far, it only changes in the story come from turning points. And since there wasn't a turning point here, it was, you know, unlikely that it would affect the story. But I wanted to try it. I wanted to try if there's any difference in the dialogue. If you have an extra dialogue line where, for example, we have some extra dialogue with Mr. Nuncreed where it goes like, oh, I see there's other jars in there. I have to look for mine or something like that. Or he actually picks the wrong ones, and then you go to Tolliver or Mrs. Fratelli, and then you go, oh, my jars aren't there. Or... And then you go like, oh yeah, Mr. Nuncreed must have picked the wrong ones. And then they go, oh, he did? I must rush over and get mine back and switch him, you know, and something extra like that. But yeah, a little disappointed in that, but you know, I wanted to try it out. Okay.
Luca squinted at the faded photo of him and his mom at the diner. Memories of that day came flooding back.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, we have more orders. Good afternoon, Mr. Tolliver. Achoo! Sorry, these allergies have been killing me. I haven't been able to smell a thing all day. I almost sold Mrs. Hatch a gallon of spoiled milk this morning. Got anything to help clear these darned sinuses? Whatever it takes. I just want to be able to smell again. Oh, burnt burger, nice. Rotten fish. Oh, quadruple burger, tiny burger. I just want to be able to smell again. Maybe the rotten fish? I mean, what helps clearing your sinuses? I mean, things with a sharp smell usually help. I mean, let's try the fish. Onions could be good. Well, let's try it. Achoo! Not right? I need something a little spicy, I'm afraid. Okay. Spicy. The issue is I only have spicy... Achoo! What's wrong? Well, I like the spicy peppers. Put them on something that'll really wake up the senses. Oh, it's okay, so it's the rotten fish and the super spicy peppers. I call this one, now we have it, a card for the common cold. Oh my, that's spicy. And stinky. I'm sorry, I'll try again. No. Don't you see what this means? I can smell again. Looks like your father isn't the only doctor in the family. Hey, Miss Hatch. What can I get you? Oh, I'm not terribly hungry. Something snack-sized, if you could. Alright, so you get the tiny burger. Aw, that's adorable. I love how these words translate into different dish compartments. That's so sweet. Yeah, let's go full adorable. I call it the novella. Lovely. Actually, a nice name for her dish. For a resident bookworm. I have a coupon here for 1 free burger. What will it be? Well, I have a lot of mouths to feed, so the quadruple burger for you. So give me the biggest burger you have. They must eat a lot, huh? You have no idea. Basically, we saw, by the way, at the, I didn't mention it, but at the, in the other timeline, at the festival right now, where we had the last ending we got with Sharper Valentine transforming, you could see her with 3 children, a baby in the stroller, and pregnant. Just saying. Oh, and throw some lettuce on top. Alright, let's make this lavish. And a little tender. I call it the too much is never enough. This should keep him at bay. Thank you. If it isn't little Luca. Hey, Uncle Nuncreed. There we go. It's our family friend who gets called Uncle. How come you haven't been around the house lately? 5 patties and a tiny sliver of lettuce. Yum. Well, your dad and I had a little disagreement, that's all. How's he doing? Has he mentioned me? Not really. He's been busy lately. Sometimes he doesn't come home from work before bedtime. Is that so? Well, tell him I'm thinking of him. You seem sad. Nonsense. What can I get for you for lunch? Fact of the matter is, I don't have much of an appetite right now. But Uncle Nuncreed, you gotta eat. I'll make you something special. That'll cheer you up. Okay, he doesn't have much of an appetite. You need something special to cheer him up. What do we have? I mean, we haven't had the regular burger yet. And I feel like I wanted to do the mustard smiley again. You know, to cheer him up. Well, let's try it. I call it perfect. The tree's looking at you, kid. 1 burger with a side of good vibes. Make a bacon burger. Oh god. Oh, Luca, you sweet boy.
Mr. Nuncreed reached down and patted Luca's shoulder with an enormous hand.
You got a lot of your daddy in you, don't ya? I guess so. Run along. I'll do my best to clean my plate. Alright, you two. This just in. Last Chance Diner overrun by gremlins. I'm not a gremlin, I'm Luca.
Mr. Wilder adjusted his monocle jokingly.
I stand corrected. In that case, would you believe I have a craving for a burger? You've come to the right place. Indeed. I'll have a nice juicy burger topped with onion. Coming right up. Very clear order. Love that. I could give you a burnt burger as a joke. For calling me a gremlin. But I won't. Here you go. I call it the Wilder. You know I love a good byline. Many thanks. Eris, what do you want? Listen well, child. I'm only going to say this once. I require a well-done burger. Got it? And when I say well done, I mean it. Well done, no problem. I fear you aren't grasping my request. Yo, you wanted charcoal. I got it. I want the burger charred beyond recognition. Yeah, I got that. I want it bitter and black. You mean like your soul? One burnt burger coming right up. And top it with the most expensive thing you have. Oh my god, that is such a rich people thing to say. Give me a destroyed burger with the most expensive topping. That was something spicy. Wasn't that spicy? Yeah, that was some. Yeah, that was some beans, right? We need caviar or something. Lavish, yeah. Aris likes her burger like she likes her. No, never mind. Bonk. Yeah, that's calling for bonk. May I present the row you burned? I can hardly believe it. You've done well. Mrs. Fratelli had caviar stashed back there? The woman is full of surprises. Very good. This will suffice. Alrighty, it looks like we've got everything we need. Let's get to feeding these folks. Oh, I already fed everyone. You made the food? Oh, you made all the food yourself? What on earth did you put on the burgers? What people wanted. I just used what was lying around. Oh dear, that can't be good. I have a room full of happy customers that will give us 5-star reviews on Yelp. Okay, don't come for me, Mom. Thanks again, Luca. Best burger I ever ate. Surprisingly competent. Everyone seems happy. You really are a remarkable boy, aren't you? Yes, chef. Achievement received. Alright, perfect. That means... Oh, sorry. Need to go here, of course. And we will follow this line. Alright, let's see. This is where we... investigated... Yes, of course. This is where we investigated the warehouse with Rollo. We have the walkie-talkie. Rollo was missing the next day. And we accidentally hit back with a little of the aging liquid. And you got some white hair. And on our way back, we got stopped by Mr. Nuncreed. Alright. There was malice lurking behind Mr. Nuncreed's eyes.
There was a malice lurking behind those eyes, like a trap ready to spring. Luca felt the weight of Nuncreed's hand on his shoulder. Something wasn't right. He didn't know why, but something was telling Luca to get out of there.
I just want this all to be over. Of course, I'm sure it will all work out soon enough. I should get going. I told Roxy I'd check for Rollo at the treehouse.
Luca twisted free of Nuncreed's grasp.
Of course. Luca, you know your dad and I were good friends back in the day. You can come to me with anything. Anything at all. Yeah, bye. Oh no, wait. Any chance I can talk to Beck? No, it doesn't look like it. At least if he wants to die, he can. Yeah. Honestly, I'm still not fully buying into Nancrede's redemption. Alright. Treehouse. These festival decorations are a bit humdrum. Now, if I were to throw a festival, it would be a thing to behold. I agree. This is all more than a little sad. It's worse than sad. It's boring. What if we did a little something to spice things up? I'm listening. You know that festival sign waited to be unveiled? It would be a shame if
The two
someone...
scurried off, eagerly formulating a plan.
It honestly makes me wonder what the sign was initially supposed to say. Identify yourself, please. Nellie Modwell. I work here now. I am unable to locate you on our staff roll. Oh, I don't officially start until tomorrow. Mr. Kerr said I could come in early tonight to get a few things done. Hold, please. Clearance authorized. Thank you. Our harvest awaits. Whoa. You could get a wrench to the noggin sneaking up on a guy like that. Don't scare a man while he's drunk and sunny. Evening, Jeff. Isn't it kind of late to be junkin'? I might as well ask the same thing of you. Find anything good? Ha! Ever since perennial harvest moved in, even the junk is trash. Yeah, our harvest awaits is a very culty thing to say. You can learn a lot about a person by looking at what they throw away. True. With this bunch, it's all shredded paper and coffee cups. Well, I better get going. I didn't see nothing, if you didn't see nothing. See what? Exactly. One last time. Alright, now back to saving the world. Rollo?
He aired a long holler into the woods.
Rollo! Rollo, wherever you are, I hope you're okay.
Luca felt his eyes getting heavy and plopped into the beanbag.
Alright, I was just thinking about why did we... Alright, okay, we said we wanted to search for Rollo, so we didn't know he was here, we were just hoping he was here and told Roxy we would check it out.
He conceded to its lumpy embrace. Once again, Luca found himself in a vast black expanse. This time, he knew exactly where to go. He took a single confident step forward. The world flickered and pulsed. He found himself standing in front of the frigid air of a blazing campfire, the source. He plopped down cross-legged and gazed into the cold flame, waiting. Soon enough, the fire began to die out, popping sporadically, until all that was left was a single ember. Luca stood up and dusted himself off. He plucked the glowing ember from the cold ash, examined it, and slid it into his pocket. A keepsake. The voice of his father spoke behind him. "You made me proud, Buckaroo." Luca turned to face him. Dad, what is this place? A warm grin grew across his father's face. A place where everything that has been and everything that could be all wait together. Luca found himself staring at his father's face, trying as hard as he could to memorize every single detail. Wait? For what? Another voice spoke out as Luca's doppelganger stepped forward.
Oh, the doppelganger again.
That's up to you. Without knowing why, Luca began to weep.
And now it also makes sense where we have a bitter future version of Luca in a hazmat suit in a dream. That is definitely a possible future in the timeline where Sharper Valentine can play his whole plan out, because like Luca would eventually grow up and would be very much forced to work for Sharper. Like it's either that or leave Beacon Pines if you can. The question is if Sharper Valentine would even let anyone out of town leave the place and potentially go somewhere else and, you know, tell the kind of shit Sharper is pulling in Beacon Pines. Unlikely.
Is any of this real? Are you real?
In some universe, he is.
Luca's father bent down to smudge away a tear. Of course. I'm as real as the part of you that misses me. Luca turned to look at the older version of himself. And you? The doppelganger choked back tears. I'm as real as the part of you that's angry he's gone. Does that make sense? Through his tears, Luca laughed. I think so. His father pulled him in for an embrace. Time to go, Buckaroo.
Okay, and can we just say how Buckaroo is like the cutest nickname any parent has ever had for their child? Like ever?
Luca was startled from his dream by a banging on the floor.
Are you in there?
A commanding voice rumbled from below. Just as Luca sprang to lock the entry hatch, the door knocked open.
Boom!